Counting of votes expected to conclude by afternoon. The by-poll is being seen as an acid test for Chief Minister Palaniswamy and Deputy O.Pannneerselvam led ruling AIADMK, which is facing a strong challenge from sidelined leader TTV Dinakaran and an aggressive DMK. The DMK, in fact, has put up a tough fight to grab the seat which felt vacant since the demise of former Chief Minister Jayalalitha. Amongst 59 candidates in the fray, the fight is essentially triangular, with the key contenders being ruling AIADMK's E. Madhusudanan, main opposition DMK candidate N. Maruthu Ganesh and Dinakaran contesting as an independent. The ruling AIADMK got back its two leaves election symbol back following the merger of factions led by Palaniswamy and former rebel O.Pannneerselvam. All right, we continue to be joined by our guests, Narayan Tirupati, who's from the BJP in Chennai, S. Srinivasan, senior journalist, also Gladstone Xavier, he's a political commentator. I want to first go to the BJP spokesperson, Mr. Tirupati. The first vote is trending or leaning towards the DMK. Is the BJP still keeping hopes up?
See, that was a postal vote. Out of 4 postal votes, 1 was casted, and you know, that was not a purchased or sold vote.
Okay.
Money was not paid, if I am right. So the entire RK Nagar election was, purchased. And we have been complaining this. Only BJP was telling this. Even DMK was saying that election should not be stopped because this election is not that significant to DMK, as rightly said by Gladstone. This is the war between EPS, OPS and Dinakaran. So they just more than 100 crores were pumped in, as we saw during last election, which was countermanded, 89 crores, and now it's more than 100 crores. And we have been complaining this. Nobody took any action because of the cooperation given by the local government, police, even the public. We are really ashamed in Tamil Nadu to say that money is being used as the entire tool to win an election. This is really bad, and that is what has happened. Whoever wins, that is because of money, money, money. That's all.
All right. So the Bharatiya Janata Party is keeping its defense prepared, that it's all about money. It's who bought the seat, who's going to emerge victorious. So we'll keep that space for the BJP. I'm also joined by Shalini Lobo, our correspondent in Chennai right now. Shalini, what's the update?
Well, Pooja, what we know as of now is TTV Dinakaran is leading right now, and he stands at 412, followed by the AIADMK 257, DMK 92, BJP 6, and the rest goes to others. Now, this is the starting trend right now at 8:30 in the morning. The counting started at 8 o'clock. Already TTV setting the lead. By 10 o'clock, we'll know for sure if this is the pattern we should follow or not. Well, Pooja, and very interesting day today, as I said before, amid charges of bribery, rampant corruption, cash for votes, you have this. The polling went on as scheduled on December 21st, and today on December 4th is the counting. There's massive security deployed here across Marina Beach, and also along the way, along Marina, as you go down the road, you will see the AIADMK party flags flying high. Huge pressure on the ruling government today. If E. Madhusudanan does not win, if OPS-EPS does not win, there's going to be serious implications for this. Will TTV exercise his sleeper cells, as he said earlier? That's another thing everyone is looking out for. But the initial trends right now, half an hour since counting has started, shows TTV Dinakaran in the lead. Back to you, Pooja.
Important update there by Shalini Lobo from Chennai that TTV Dinakaran is showing some lead. I just want to go to Gladstone, Xavier, and I'll also come to you, Mr. Srinivasan. So Gladstone, DMK did face the lead first, but TTV Dinakaran is seeming to show some surprise. Why do you think that so many votes could have gathered or been put or cast for Dinakaran? How did he manage to reach out to people at that level?
See, this is the face of popularity. if you had visited this constituency and had some discussion with the people, the familiarity of the face was obvious over there. And obviously there were money issues. I'm not going to talk about that because there's enough known about it, enough said about it.
I noticed that all guests and all panelists are consistently mentioning about the money, Gladstone. Has it, I mean, we of course know that notes for votes has been a big scam, and of course India Today also covered it. But eventually who wins, wouldn't it also be public's will than merely putting it all about money?
See, it's both. It's a combination, you see. When it comes to this, who is performing and who is seen as the closest to the factions, or better of the factions, who's performing better of the factions. Okay. That is the case over here. And that's why I'm saying, apart from money, if you look at it, the face popularity, it seems to be Dinakaran. Almost all the exit polls and even on the ground, when we have visited these people and had some discussions, they have said, they very clearly indicated that at the outset, they were supporting Dinakaran for what cause they know. But then on the other hand, there was also not a diminishing margin for DMK. They were also very much in favor of that. But I would sadly say that they were not very much supportive of the EPS, OPS faction. So this is kind of a reportage that comes from the field. But however, if you see, this is only the initial round.
Yes.
Though there is there is kind of 300 vote difference between the two, we see that this is only initial, and then as the trend goes, I think others will pick up as well. Now, it's three very clearly, but one against the other from the same party as they are pitched against each other.
All right.
Now, if you see that 412 and 257, it's not very far apart when it comes to an election like this. It's not really far apart. It's only first round, and the next half an hour to 45 minutes, I think there'll be some changes in the trend.
Yes, we'll wait for that clarity to emerge. And if you're joining us right now, I want to tell you that RK Nagar, the crucial seat since J. Jayalalitha's demise, is currently undergoing counting of votes. Initially, the trends did favor the DMK, but now sidelined AIADMK leader TTV Dinakaran is also facing his share of resurgence. The votes are trending. He is leading, and other, specifically E. Madhusudanan, is currently trailing. S. Srinivasan, apart from what the polls may or may not signify, will it also reflect on how the BJP and the Congress may want to then look at an ally for 2019?
Yeah, I'll come to that. Before that, let me talk a bit about the money part. I think it's
of course, everybody's talking about it. You should too.
Mr. Gladstone, of course, said that. He made an important point. You know, unfortunately, in Tamil Nadu elections, money has become a very important tool. See, Election Commission seems to have managed to control to some extent the muscle power in politics and election, but as far as money power is concerned, they have failed to do so. See, the previous election, 2014, there are allegations that they actually seized over 100 crores. The Election Commission actually seized, and there are individual cases where seizures were made over 5 or 6 crores. So obviously the money has been playing a very important role. Please remember, in April the elections were to be held. This RK Nagar by-election was postponed because of unexpected surge of money. That's why the elections were postponed. They are being held again. Now there are lots of complaints that once again money power is playing a very important role in the single constituency, which is in the glare of the government, the EC, middle of the town, so many cameras, so many observation teams. Till 30 lakh worth money has been seized there already. So obviously what Narayanan said, there is a certain truth in it, that money is being distributed left, right and center. Now, the electorate there, unfortunately, has got used to this bribery. Rather than taking any moralistic view, they seem to think that it's their right. The view is, after all, where is this money if it is being given back to us? It's our own money. It was looted over the years, and then the political class is returning back to us.
Well, that sounds a fair point amongst the voters. How do you look at the ally question that I was just asking?
Yes,
do you think BJP and Congress will want to watch that too?
Well, see, as far as DMK is concerned, it's in a pretty good situation right now because it has suitors either way. It's 2019 is far off. Actually, the BJP's focus more would be on parliamentary elections rather than this assembly election, or the bipole. Their focus would be on 2019. So they would like DMK probably, because AIADMK seem to be in a disarray currently. So it would be beneficial if they try that. But it's again too early to say that. As far as Congress is concerned, they are holding on to straws because on their own they have a diminished size, though there is certain percentage of votes in Tamil Nadu, but comparatively they have to do much more. So both will be trying to go with
and
DMK.
Take options, whoever.
Yeah. So, but DMK
approaches.
currently has the options to choose.
All right. So clearly, this is not specifically only about the specific by-poll, but much more. Let me just tell you about the trends that have started coming. In fact, not only are the trends currently favouring the TTV Dinakaran, the rebel candidate, and he's leading with 412 votes. AIADMK, however, is with 257. While the DMK is with 92. So, of course, the RK Nagar verdict is going to be very crucial. It's only the trends have started coming now. The counting is still on. We are expecting at least some exact and precise calculation probably by afternoon. I also want to tell you that there is a very strict deployment there, and for that I just want to go back to our correspondent Akshay Nath. Akshay is there on ground. Akshay, how are the trends looking like? Has any party reacted for now? Akshay, can you hear me?
Well, yes, there is a lot of celebration here. We are seeing that the TTV faction members are rejoicing that the trend is in their favor. Ninga வந்து எப்படி feel பண்றீங்க? Trend is in your favor?
Yeah. Definitely. He is a winning candidate. TTV is a winning candidate.
What about the other people in the AIADMK? Madhusudan and you guys were ADMK supporters, right?
I don't know about others. He is a winning man. He is a king of India. India. He is a king of India, not Tamil Nadu.
TTV Dinakaran is a king of India, not just of Tamil Nadu. Lot of things to celebrate for the TTV Dinakaran faction, but this is just the first trends that are coming out. We know that TTV Dinakaran right now is standing with 412 odd votes, while the DMK is having 92, and the second in lead is the AIADMK Madhusudanan faction, which with around 200 odd votes. So this is just the beginning trends that we are seeing here, but already there is celebration here. People have been crying, saying the next chief minister is TTV Dinakaran, and also loud cheering, and TTV Dinakaran's photograph also being shown around by all the supporters here. The maximum number of people who have come here is of the TTV Dinakaran faction. So it is a beginning for celebrations for TTV Dinakaran, but will this trend continue? Because we know that close to 19 rounds of counting will be there. Only around 9:30, 10 will we know the proper trend. But right now, the lead is for TTV Dinakaran.
Akshay, stay on with me because we're also getting live visuals from the MGR Memorial. Leaders of the AIADMK, EPS, OPS factions, also their leaders already praying. This is going to be in many ways a judgment day for the AIADMK. Can they retain the legacy of Amma, of J. Lalita, who was so renowned that after her demise, the party having no successor is literally facing a split. However, if TTV Dinakaran is already leading, at least that's what the trends are showing, clearly it is going to become much of a cause for concern for the AIADMK's faction. I want to go to Shalini Lobo as well. Shalini, so the AIADMK leaders already praying at the MGR Memorial?
Pooja, today is MGR's death anniversary as well, which is one of the reasons the leaders have gone there. Plus, they want today, they need all the blessings they can get because there's a lot of pressure on winning the RK Nagar constituency. This is the constituency left by J. Lalita, the former chief minister, Amma as they lovingly called her, 5-year chief minister. It's her constituency and the pressure is increasingly high. That is why TTV is under pressure, OPS and EPS under equal amount of pressure after parting ways, after fighting for a symbol, after allegations of bribery 2 and 4, they have now reached the D-Day. Today will show what it is, who will win, and who will win, they will emerge victorious. They will take forward J. Lalita's legacy. That's how it is. And OPS has a lot to worry about. He was the person who sat at Amma Memorial first, who walked away with 11 MLAs, and he's come back. And this time, if he loses to TTV Dinakaran, you already had TTV talk to the media, talk to people in front of OPS and EPS and say, I have sleeper cells and I will activate them. If there is a shift in camp, the government can fall. Hence, this is a true litmus test for both EPS and OPS today. Who will win the RK Nagar by polls?
All right, Shalini Lobo and Akshaya Nath are in the city. They are tracking all developments. We will keep going back to them as well. For now, I am also joined by T.S. Sudhir, senior journalist. Sudhir, good morning. And you've, of course, had enough experience with elections in the state. But how crucial do you think Dr. Radhakrishnan Nagar Assembly constituency is going to be? And with right now the trends showing that TTV Dinakaran is leading, do you think that it projects much more than merely probably about the legacy of J. Jayalalitha?
Well, these are very early trends, so we shouldn't really read much into it. It would be 19 rounds, as Akshaya was pointing out, so we have a long way to go. But yes, the election is extremely crucial for the immediate political future of Tamil Nadu to begin with, because if the AIADMK manages to retain the seat, one, it will confirm the power and the respect that the two-leaf symbol has for among the people of RK Nagar and by extension Chennai and Tamil Nadu. But in case if the AIADMK loses, that is certain to set the cat among the pigeons, more so if the rebel candidate TTV Dinakaran wins, because that will mean that there will be many people who are fence-sitters within the AIADMK who would start looking at options outside the AIADMK, and Dinakaran obviously presents the most credible option for them at this point in time. So there would be some kind of rumblings within the AIADMK, and that would be a challenge for the leadership of Palaniswamy and O.Pannneerselvam. So that will definitely be a huge political risk. But if the AIADMK manages to retain the RK Nagar seat, that will mean that there will be status quo. There wouldn't really be any problem, except for the fact that the Pannneerselvam group, whose representative Madhusudanan is, would try to kind of bargain for more power within the AIADMK power structure. But the biggest challenge will also be for the DMK. At this point in time, the very early trends show that DMK in the third place. Now that will be a problem if the DMK does not manage to retain its vote share of 57,000 odd votes that it won in the 2016 assembly elections. That will mean some kind of a question mark over MK Stalin's leadership, that even in the event of a split AIADMK vote, the DMK is not able to retain its vote share. That will definitely raise some very uncomfortable questions. So the by poll is extremely critical politically for all the three principal players, Dinakaran, AIADMK and the DMK, and that will give us some kind of an indication as to how the politics of Tamil Nadu is really going to pan out in the immediate future, especially in the next 2 to 3 months.
Sudhir, if I can also ask you a second question on this. Notes for votes has been one of the biggest allegations. We've also managed a sting operation on the same. Do you also think that money and bribery has played a huge role in this by-poll specifically?
Oh yes, I mean this is definitely, it was a tainted by-election, because how often do you see an election where voters openly complain about not receiving money? And if you thought this was bad, there is worse, because how often do you see an election where voters admit to having received money from two parties but complain that the third party has not been forthcoming or has given less cash? So in that sense, the voters as well as the political parties are equally guilty of converting this particular by-election in RK Nagar, not only now but also in April earlier this year when it was subsequently cancelled, into basically a money spectacle where money can buy votes. The going rate in April was 4,000 per vote. This time it has been between 6,000 and 8,000 per vote. On the last 2 days, as much as 8,000 rupees was being distributed per vote in the RK Nagar constituency. So people have looked at this almost as if Christmas and New Year has come early to RK Nagar, and how far this money factor is going to play a role in their decision to cast the vote in a particular candidate's favor. That is going to be interesting to watch.
Well, how big is the money factor to have cast your vote in whose favor? We'll wait and watch. Srinivasan, again, the issue, whether it is of money, whether it is of loyalties to a party, what do you think have been the issues that people of the residents of RK Nagar Assembly constituency have cast their vote on? What has bothered them? What has been of concern? Or why would they want to have any of these candidates?
Well, it's been an issueless election. There has been no issue, except as Sudhir says, the issue basically has been more about money, who gives what. As far as the electorate concerned, it's if you look at the constituency itself, it has a large population, socially, economically weaker sections. Jayalalitha had nursed that constituency. She even put up a special officer to look after the constituency. Therefore, like this particular election, though politically it is very important, as far as the electorate concerned, electorate seem to be only focusing on their individual money as a benefit, which is very unfortunate, but that's how it is happening. That's the real thing on the ground.
In fact, the fact that money and bribery factor has become such a reference, an important reference in the election, also probably speaks in a way.
Also, besides money, this election has become pretty murky there, because if you remember, there were some posters or there were pamphlets which were distributed a few days before, accusing TTV Dinakaran and Shasikala obliquely that they are involved and they are behind the mysterious death of Jayalalitha.
Plus the video that was released,
and on the last day there was a video released by TTV faction. So the election have become very murky in that sense. The entire even the question over what happened to Jayalalitha during her 75 days in hospital, even that issue came there. So what seems to be happening is, while people are constantly talking about Jayalalitha and her legacy, and then today is also, as your reporter has been constantly pointing out, MGR's
death anniversary.
You see, whether there has been any true inheritor of AIADMK in that sense, there is a big question mark, because the leadership in the past, whether it is MGR or whether it is Jayalalitha, has been very centralized, and they have controlled the party, ruled with an iron fist. So now Tamil Nadu is used to that kind of powerful leaders now. There is a vacuum. So this election, therefore, is very important for the polity overall.
So is RK Nagar going to throw away that, or throw up, in fact, a bigger leader, a bigger face? Will there be a re-emergence of a politician? We'll wait and watch. But time for a short break. I thank the patience of all our panelists who have consistently been with us. But I'm going to come to all of you once we are back after this.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.